Hi, I'm Thomas Domke, one of the HockeyApp founders and now a principal program manager at Microsoft. I have been where you are, facing the challenges of delivering quality mobile apps, trying to quickly deliver high-quality mobile apps without the infrastructure to support beta testing, getting user feedback, or getting great crash reporting. That is why we built HockeyApp, to provide a comprehensive service to help you manage your mobile app through all phases of development and accelerate delivery of quality apps. HockeyApp supports your ability to improve application quality and manage your mobile apps in a variety of ways. Today, we are going to talk about the basics: beta distribution, crash reporting, and user feedback. You can distribute your apps over the web in seconds. No more need to sideload apps manually. Simply upload your latest build and the app can be immediately installed on the device. You get rich crash reporting, giving you full stack traces with class names, methods, and accurate line numbers, along with environment details of the device that experienced the crash. These reports can be generated during development, testing, or even for apps that have been released in the App Store. You can have a dialogue with your users as they provide detailed feedback in a variety of ways: emails, web forms, and directly from the app. You have the ability to respond to gain deeper understanding of how people are using your app. Unlike some solutions, HockeyApp was envisioned to support your needs no matter which platform or technology you use. We have SDKs to support iOS, Android, Windows devices, and macOS 10, along with plugins for Cordova, Unity, and Xamarin. Now that we've talked about what HockeyApp can do, let's see it in action. Let's take a quick look at how beta distribution works and what the install experience looks like on a mobile device. So the first thing we want to do in the demo is to install an app on the iPhone. So to do that, we open HockeyApp on my iPhone here. And it's loading the HockeyApp dashboard. And you can see I have two apps here, one iOS app and one Android app. I tap on the iOS app. It shows me the download page, similar to the app. So you can see the release note for that version and an install button. And once I tap that install button, I have to confirm the installation, and then the app installs on my phone. And you can see that here, similar to the App Store, the app is downloading and then installing, and that little blue dot in front of the title shows me that a new app was installed. I can tap the app, and it immediately launches on my phone. So now that the user has installed and launched the app, he's using it, and some quality issue might occur, for example, a crash report. And our demo app here simulates that, so I tap here, and I tap on Signal, and that basically crashes the app, similar to what a real crash would look like. And so the user is brought back to the home screen. He sees the home screen again and relaunches the app. And at the next launch, our SDK will ask him to send a crash report. And to send that crash report, the user has three options. He can immediately send the report. He can always send the report, so he isn't bothered again every time the app crashes. And he can also ignore sending the crash report, which is incredibly useful, especially if your app is handling private data and users are concerned about sending those private data to a third-party server. So we click Send Report here, and the crash report is sent back to the HockeyApp server. And we will check in a minute how that looks like on the HockeyApp dashboard. Now, what if the app has no crash but another quality issue? To do that, the user can provide feedback through our feedback flow. And to show you that, we can open the feedback view here in our app, and I can add my data first. So I add my name, and I can also add an email if I want to get feedback back, but I can also just ignore that field for the test. Now I can type a message. And then the cool thing is you can attach a screenshot, and so I've taken a screenshot before. I can attach it from the camera roll and then also edit the screenshot. So here in this case, I have the Microsoft sign-in flow. And I don't like the blue color of the title, so I just can draw an arrow here and say this is not something I like. And then that screenshot shows my email address, and now I've chosen to stay anonymous as part of that email flow. So instead of sending a screenshot with my email address, I can just add noise over the screenshot, so my email is blocked. And I click Save here, and now the screenshot is modified. I click Send, and now both my message and my screenshot, in addition to device information, is sent back to the HockeyApp system. So this is the tester side of HockeyApp, and now let's move to the developer side and how that looks on the HockeyApp dashboard. So now we look at the HockeyApp dashboard for my app. And you can see that my app was already downloaded 14 times and had 8 crashes. So I can click on the version information to see all the information about that version. So that version, for example, requires iOS 6 as a minimum version to install it. And I can dive directly into crashes to see all my crash reports. And here you can see the 2 test crashes that our demo app has. I can click on a crash and see all the details about that crash. For example, I see the class name, the method name, and also exactly where the crash has happened. I can scroll down here to see the full stack trace. The bold lines are the code that I wrote, and the gray lines are the ones that Apple wrote. And we hide some lines here, but if you want to see the full stack trace, you can see the full stack trace going through my app. Even better, I can click on View Raw Log here to see the full Apple crash log with all the information, all the threads, the register information, and the binary images. And this makes it really easy for me to diagnose that crash report. Jumping back to my overview page, I can also go to the feedback that I've received. So here you can see all my feedback threads. I can click on a feedback thread to see the message, and then click on the attachment to see that screenshot that we had just created in the previous demo. And if I want to, I can now reply to the tester and tell them that we have received the feedback and that we are working on it. So let me do this. And then that feedback is sent back to the device so the user can directly see my message in the app. Now, if I want to triage that feedback even more with my development team, I can click on that bug tracker tab here. And my app was previously connected to Visual Studio Online. And I can directly create a ticket in Visual Studio Online by clicking Save here. HockeyApp will use the Visual Studio API to create a ticket in Visual Studio Online with all the information about the feedback. And if I click View here, my Visual Studio instance is opened, and I can see all the information about the feedback. I get a backlink back to HockeyApp, and I can further triage the bug with my development team. So now that I got the crash reports and I got the feedback, and my development team is ready with a new build, and I want to upload that new build to HockeyApp, and it's really easy to do that. I just take my build here that is on my desktop. I drag and drop it over here to my app overview page, and it immediately uploads to HockeyApp. HockeyApp will process the build, get the new icon, get the new version information. I can enter release notes and then send out the build to my testers, and they can install it on their phones. I hope you enjoyed this quick tour of HockeyApp and that you can see the value that HockeyApp can offer you for streamlining your mobile app deployments, giving you powerful crash reporting for all stages of the application lifecycle, and enabling you to engage with your users through the feedback integration. Connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and on our blog. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.